What's good, everybody? It's your girl Jakayla A, and I had to come back with at least one nail tutorial for fall before y'all go Halloween. Jesus, now this is my fault because I should have had at least this video and one more out, but I must admit I'm going Halloween next video. I'm actually going to film today, and I'm going to try my best to get at least 4 Halloween videos out before October, and then get like another 2 in October. So altogether, that's my goal for the season, is to get 6 Halloween tutorials out. I don't know if they're gonna be on a practice hand or if they're gonna be press-ons. Most likely press-ons, because it's just mostly nail art for Halloween. But I'm fully back into my practice hand. Okay, after my last video trying to do my own nails on camera, I realized I just have to stop trying to do that. The practice hand just eats better, and it actually allows it to be like an educational factor, so you could actually see the more so technique of laying acrylic instead of just half off the frame, half on the frame. Okay, so that's what we doing, and that's how we back today with a fall tutorial, not necessarily a Halloween tutorial. I did have to make that burnt orange, and plus I'm gonna need it for Halloween nails, so I did go ahead and mix that up. I just used orange, brown, white, and clear, and nude out of my collection that I already had, mostly orange, but then I just darkened it up with nude and brown, and that's how it came out. This nude that I am using is Young Nails Cover Earth. This is such a pretty color, and it is so flattering. This nude is so flattering on deep complected black women. Like, this is a perfect nude if you just was into simple nails and didn't want to get nothing, to just get this, like long stiletto this, and you a chocolate Barbie type girl, like that eats. I like that. So I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the application, and I'll check back in.
Just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in the way. I don't communicate. I'm so spoiled. So I'm the one that need a break. Like you ain't stay in my place. But you the one who came home late. And I ain't all your. I liked you better on the first date. I should've said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it, now you should've been peed. I feel it in my soul, yeah, it's so deep. So deep, you should know that about me, yeah. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few. Cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in no way. I don't communicate. I'm so spoiled. So I'm the one that need a break. Like you ain't stay in my place. But you the one that came home late. And I ain't know your. I liked you better on the first date. I should've said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it now, you should've been peed. I feel it in my soul, yeah, so deep. So deep, you should know that about me, yeah. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in no way. I don't communicate. I'm so spoiled. So I'm the one that need a break. Like you ain't stay in my place. But you the one that came home late. And I ain't know your. I liked you better on the first date. I should've said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it now, you should've been peed. I feel it in my soul, yeah, so deep. So deep, you should know that about me, yeah. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you. You was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few. Cause you always say I got an attitude. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in the way. I don't communicate. I'm so spoiled. So I'm the one that need a break. Like you ain't stay in my place. But you the one who came home late. And I ain't loyal. I liked you better on the first date. I should've said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it now, you should've been peeved. I feel it in my soul, yeah, it's so deep. So deep, you should know that about me. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you. You was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few. Cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got
Now that the application is done, I usually file off the practice hand, like off to the side like that, and then with the design, we can put it back on the practice hand. The filing is just very awkward motions, so I like to take it off the practice hand. This brown is from Chisel. I don't have the number right off the top of my head, but they do a lot of different browns. This is the very deepest one that was available to me. And then those pieces, those leaf pieces, came off of Amazon. It was a decal set. And then we just used clear for the encapsulating. So here we are using my Koopa matte coat. I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off. It's almost done, but like I said, I don't do a lot of matte nails. In my last video, I told y'all I really like matte nails, but I wanted to get justice for that sweater design that's on my thumb, so my left thumb, and I didn't really do it right on my pointer finger in that video, so I had to do it right in this one. So that nail, that brown nail, got matte gel. This nail is going to get a base coat. This is going to be our Burberry print nail. I'm going to show you how to do the Burberry print. So this is a base coat. You did not have to do a base coat, but I saw some etching and scratching in my base, in my foundation of my nail. So instead of getting a buffer, I just did base coat. That nail that is encapsulated got top coat, top and bottom. When you are doing a clear nail, you need to top coat the bottom. It makes a big difference in the clarity of the nail. That was my glue that I showed y'all. I always tell y'all it comes off of Amazon, but it's available on Walmart and at Home Depot. After I put on my charms and sprayed them on to dry, that nail also got top coat. And here we are doing the designs. So when you want to do your Burberry print, you want to start with a very thick white line. How thick is up to you, but this is my logic when I'm doing it. I want it to be a quarter of the nail thick. So it is the majority of the nail, but not quite half. Because a black line has to go to the left, a black line has to go to the right, and you have to draw a black line through it. When I go to the bottom, you'll see in a minute, and I make a second white line, I'm just trying to get it as thick as I can to match the first one that I've done vertically. So it's a long vertical white line that's thick, and then it's a same thickness, equal thickness, horizontal line towards the bottom. And here we are doing it here.
liked you better on the first date. I should have said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy.
After its thickness is to your liking, you're going to cure it. It's going to be cured in between every single polish color. Then you go in with your black. This 25mm brush is the only and exclusive way that I would do this design. This 25mm brush saves this design by a lot. Like, having that long brush helps me do this design so much. So love this brush, and even if it's not this brush, just get a long brush. It's a good investment to do designs that require long lines. And I'm going very light with the product. I've learned that in my nail art journey. You have to go light-handed on the product that is on the brush. It does not have to be sopped up. It can't be, actually. You're going to distort everything. You want to cure that before you go in and draw the same 3 lines at the bottom on both sides of this thick line. See how I did that side? Then I came around and you go straight through. But it has to be cured because you want the lines to be clean. So before you move on to the next set, the first set is to your benefit that the first set is dry already. And then after curing that, we're going in with our final line, which is our color red. And it's a crisscross, uneven T type shape as well, because we're going to go in with a solid single thin vertical line. And then we're going to go in with a solid single thin horizontal line towards the top. But you are trying to make the thickness of that red line about the thickness of all those black lines that you drew, just for cohesiveness with the whole design. But it's literally that simple, y'all. And boom, we got Burberry design. And then you cure that, top coat that, and boom, ate that. Love this. Love this with a French. Love this, even if it's just the whole nail like this. This is a very cute fall design. But y'all so damn pressed for the pumpkin. Let me just be quiet.
Just turn down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you. Yeah, you always say I got an attitude. Yeah, but that's you. You was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few.
Okay, let's finish out our sweater nail. We definitely went down with the matte coat. Last video I told y'all, when you're doing sweater nails, it's going to eat better and it's going to be more realistic to go down with the matte coat instead of the shiny one like I did in that video. But if you're going to do the shiny one, it's still cute, but you cannot be using the same color like me. I'm using brown on top of a brown polish, and the brown I picked for my polish, on top of a brown acrylic, excuse me. And the brown I picked for my polish, I strategically am trying to pick one that is the most identical to my acrylic. But if I would have went on top with, I don't know, blue sweater design, then I could have went glossy for my base and used a regular high shine top coat. I hope that makes sense to y'all. When y'all trying out y'all nail art, y'all understand what I'm saying. I definitely think that the matte look looks better when you have the same color for your base and your nail art, just like this brown nail. And you can see what you're doing. That was the whole point I was trying to make last time. I messed up because I couldn't see what I was doing. But this one ate it.
You better on the first date. I should have said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it, now you should have been peeved. I feel it in my soul, yeah, it's so deep. So deep, you should know that about me. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you. You always say I got an attitude, yeah, but that's you. You was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, Cause you always say I got an attitude. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just
Dusted her off, and she's gorge. I really, really like this brown color, and I really like this design on this brown. I like this nail. This might be my favorite nail of the whole set. So here we are with my 4 colors. I just wanted y'all to see which I used. I used the custom burnt orange. I used jade from Glam and Glitz, and I used that red candy apple from Valentino. And I use, it's not called candy apple. Y'all know they got numbers over there. I don't know the numbers, but that red is from Valentino, and that brown is from Chisel. And I'm literally dipping the, what is this? Burnt orange. I'm dipping the burnt orange that I made into the brown for one of the flowers, which is not really a flower. It's really supposed to be like a leaf. But anyway, for the 3D leaf. And then I'm dipping the burnt orange in the red for the other 3D leaf I do on the top. I'm trying to get like a little marble, distressed, you know, more realistic view. And, you know, sometimes y'all see me wipe away. That's okay. I just got to say that. Like, if it's not giving and you feel like you got to wipe it away, start over, replace it, whatever, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like me, I damn near should have wiped this off and then just replaced it on a little bit of an angle, but it still worked out in the end because I did want it to be really random. And then I'm just using a one of those knives, like those little thin knives. The name is escaping me right now, but it's one of them little thin knives that you could use to do like very crispy V cuts, or hell, open packages. It's a multi-purpose knife, but I'm using it right when my acrylic is getting drier, but not too dry, and I'm etching lines into all of my leaves so that it gives a more realistic leaf effect. So that's just what I'm doing there. And then the green is really just to make a leaf. I just want to make a leaf. And then I put more red tones into the top flower because I realized that this probably would have ate a little bit better if I used a burnt orange polish for my red stripe in my Burberry nail. And then I looked and I had a burnt orange polish, and I was like, damn, I should have used that instead of that red, because that would have been a cute little different vibe. But I still liked it though. I still liked it. And then I feel like drawing the red into this flower added the cohesion to it, because it's kind of like, you know, all over the place. But I liked it in the end, and I definitely would suggest, even if you don't have that knife, get something and try to cut some lines into the 3D flowers leaves, because if you don't, they're gonna like flowers. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Put the lines in the leaves so that they really could look like leaves.
You better on the first date. I should have said what's wrong in the first place. I don't, cause you always taking it the wrong way. You won't listen, you're too busy playing 2K. I always been down, but you still sleep. And even though I said it now, you should have been peed. I feel it in my soul, yeah, so deep. So deep, you should know that about me. I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue.
And just like that, y'all, we are done This is the look. I hope y'all enjoy. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. Thank y'all for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, all that.